Hello and welcome everyone to our Thursday night Shed Talk. I'm Mark, your host, and I'd like to just say thank you very much for being here and appreciate you taking your time to sit here and watch me, or stand up and watch me, or wherever you are. So we've got a bit of a shout out to, yes, the Shed Dogs are here. They're all excited. Mrs. Shed Talk is over in the off camera. We've got some special treats, and I'll give a few shout outs to our members. Mrs. Austin, all the way from the good old US of A. Thank you, Mrs. Austin, for your support. You're up early. I know it's real early. It's like 2 or 3 a.m. for you. And Dogface. Dogface is our other member in the who support me. Really appreciate it. It all helps build this channel, and we're getting there slowly. The rest of the crew are in the house. We've got Funk and Hungry's in first, ahead of Cody. I think, who else? Emma's here. Emma's moved down south. She's started a new job. Everything's going well. Good luck to her. Peter's in the house. He's here, regular. And that's about it. And sister's watching. Mum and dad are on the big screen watching me. Thanks for being here. Now, shout out to Mr. G, the Funk and Hungry. He's recently put up some food reviews. Go check him out on his channel. But he's given us some smackos. I'm feeling a bit peckish tonight, so you're going to watch me. Might chomp on a few smackos when I get a bit hungry. I'm getting a bit thirsty. I'm starting to talk a bit too much. No, on a more serious note, G sent up a little care package as a very kind gesture, and included was some smackos for the doggos. These two here, it's a bunch of teas that I think I'll have tea coming out of my ears if I keep drinking it. I do like my tea, but, you know, anyway, if you want to send me something, get in touch. I'm happy to look at it, review it, whatever. But it was a really kind of G to send that package up to us. And I think without further ado, we're going to... G'day, Bill. Thanks for being here. Cheers for being here, Bill. I'll have to have a beer for you one night. Righto, Shed Dog one, come here, hey? That's only half a smacko, isn't it, hey? It's only half a smacko. Anyway, I'm using the new microphone. Hopefully you can hear me all right and it sounds nice. If you wouldn't, oh, excuse me, I'm dwibbling. If you wouldn't mind giving me a 5x5, that'd be really appreciated. And the other Shed Dog's in the house, but being a bit shy because he's not getting something straight away. Come here. Here he is. Look, yes, is that for you? Hey, is that for you? Gentle. No, I know you're desperate for it. I know you're desperate. There you go, hey? And seeing we got one left, and that's gone. That one's gone. That's the Craven chicken with dried straps with chicken, G. They love that. So we'll go just out of reach. You just out of reach there, baby girl. Okay? And we'll split that in half. And of course, they love their treats. And their eyes are bigger than their stomachs. So they'll go back upstairs now with Mrs. Shed Talk, because they'll probably lose interest because they're not getting any treats. The Bandicoot said hi. Oh, g'day, Bill. Appreciate the Bandicoot saying hi. G'day, Charlie. Thanks, mate. Yes, it is very functional. Lathe, milling machine, workbench, sandblaster, forklift. Forklift is there to lift up the heavy bits off the steamroller. We're restoring the steamroller, which I'll show on screen. A photo I haven't shown for a while is this one here. And this is the steamroller that we're currently working on when she was out of use. This is about 1961, circa 1961, around there. And it was still complete then. You can see that everything's still on it. Toolbox The wooden toolbox on the side is not actually original. That Shed's got to remind me of the Currawongs. Hey, Robbo, thanks for being here. Yeah, it's okay. You'll have to explain a bit more, Bill. But anyway, the wooden toolbox on the side, obviously that's holding the oil, various tins of oil and whatever else. That's actually not original. If it is, it would have been mounted at the back of the canopy where the crosses are. Everything's still on this. Thanks, Mum and Dad, for letting me know it sounds good. Everything's still on the roller here in this photo. The modifications that I can see, the steam pressure gauge has been raised up from original. It's in a different position, and they were a lot further down on what they call the spectacle plate. And I might just find a quick photo of that to show you exactly, because I was actually looking at it before and I've whizzed past it, obviously, and I probably can't find it again. I will. I'm really well prepared. So this week's been a bit of a crazy one. Things going on at home. The washing machine broke down. What else happened? I had a problem with the ute. It was one thing after another, and that's why I actually titled it One Thing After Another, because everything seemed to be going wrong at the time. Now, this is not the best photo, but you'll get the idea. It's just one of those. Let's put that down there. Hang on. Yeah, so I'm really really not that well organised tonight. Right, okay. So this is, yeah, Pete, it's going well. The Chemi Weld, so what happened was started getting water in cylinder number 4, diagnosed the problem with the help of Peter and Bill, having a bit of a chat on Discord one night and going through different things. Righto, thanks, Bill. Appreciate the explanation. Chemi Weld's been around for a long time, and it's a temporary fix to, say, a blown head gasket or something like that. That took me all of half an hour or so. Cherinator, g'day, mate, all the way from Scotland. Thank you very much for being here. Thanks for taking your time. Anyway, we're looking at the, I keep getting distracted in the chat here and the shout outs from the people. So we're looking at the, hey Daniel, how are you? Oh, thank you, Daniel. Oh, that's very much appreciated, mate. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Yeah, so getting back to what we're talking about. Okay, so the spectacle plate is where different parts of the steamroller come through, and they're mounted on when you're standing on the tender or the foot plate of the steamroller. You've got all the controls in front of you, plus your gauges and things like that. And just behind the spanner is a hole, and that's normally where the steam pressure gauge goes. But if we look at this other one, this photo here, the original one, you can see it's been extended further up. And I can understand why that's been done. When you're standing up, you're quite a way up from the actual pressure gauge, and you're constantly sort of looking down. So to have it in front of you is really well. However, if you're a person that's on something like this all the time, it's a bit like driving a car. You get to know the speed or the acceleration and all that sort of thing from the noise the engine's making. And in this case, the steam pressure, you can tell the difference when you haven't got a lot of steam pressure or you got too much. And in this situation, with the steamroller. I'm not sure whether they fired this on timber or coal. They probably would have fired it on timber because there would have been, more than likely would have been plenty of it from around the district. Picked it up off the side of the road, that sort of thing. Hang on. Yeah, so this thing had a few modifications in its life. However, the covers, just a quick interruption here. This is from Mrs. Shed Talk. We do like watching Funk and Hungry and his food reviews, and she would like you to come up and rate her various cuisines that she's been perfecting lately. And I must say the curry sausages is one of my favourites. I'm not just saying that; it really was nice. So yeah, we do all right. We feed pretty well. The lemon and garlic salmon, that was nice. We had that tonight for dinner. That was a pretty big feed, actually. So anyway, G, if you're up this way, well, hey, that's a good point, Bill. I've never noticed that before until it's up on the big screen. Now, I know I said I might munch on a smacko, but I think I'm right. I'm just going to have some water. Oh, sorry if that came through. Well, it could be a body, but anyway, it's doing all right. It's not. I think it might be an old bit of rag or something like that. I was, even though I haven't. Now, what was that? Oh, that's right. Now, this is getting back. Most of you have seen this, and I've talked about this before. This is the roller when we brought it home over 7 years ago. It's looking fantastic, and looking fantastic there. But since then, we've pulled it apart. We've found what's been wrong with it, and we've been working on it slowly. Mr. Abbott, g'day, mate. How are you? Mark Abbott, my offsider on Marion. We've got some big events coming up. Just recently, there's some really big events happening at the moment. Some club members are really putting in some hard yards, and with our steam engine Jennifer going to the Brisbane exhibition, which I'll pull up a photo of that actually and show you that. It's there on site now. We're just changing tack here for a minute. Righto. So just let me bring up this other photo, and we'll go share screen. Other marking. I get it now. Oh yeah, don't worry, I'm a bit slow today. Charlie, the front suspension on rollers, there is no front suspension on steam rollers. Excuse me, if you have a look at steam rollers, you'll see that there's no suspension on these things whatsoever. They're not designed, I cannot think of a steamroller that's actually got suspension in it. Steam traction engines, road locomotives, yes, they do have suspension, but not steamrollers. Righto, let's make that a bit bigger. So this is the steamroller Jennifer that's built by Marshall and Sons. I'll just zoom in a bit on that, bring that up a bit bigger. Yeah, it's probably a little bit too big. Take a second to come through. So that's proudly on display, as well as some other items at the Brisbane exhibition, and I'm sure you'll probably see some photos on social media. If you look at Brisbane Ekka, Brisbane exhibition, one of the two. Oh, that water's nice. You'll also see, I'm sure there'll be photos posted on the club's social media, Queensland Steam and Vintage Machinery Society on Facebook. So if you are going to the Brisbane exhibition, please say hello to our volunteers. They do a tremendous amount of work. unfortunately, I won't be going with the lead up to the National Rally coming up, which this steam traction engine will be going to. You know, there's a lot going on. So there's a couple of different views that I took of Jennifer, but also at the same time, because we're down the bottom of our clubhouse, the sun was in the right spot, ideal conditions to get photos. So you take the opportunity, sort of get some side views, end views, all that sort of thing. Yeah, Charlie, the steamroller has a steering box very similar to the traction engine I've got on screen, but also the steamroller that's now on screen. This is the Aveling & Porter steamroller that myself and Mark Abbott look after, and you can see the steering change going to the front wheels. Now, you can also see the steering wheel that's in the cab, and that's on a rod that goes down to a worm and worm wheel to activate the steering, whether you want to go left or right. Yeah, Mark, it is a nice roller. It was a good photo. Even though I had to tell Mark to get out the way. It's all right. No, Mark's been doing a lot of work. There's a new toolbox. Mark's strapped the toolbox to the side, and also one of our other club members, Gary, has made a small wooden toolbox to go underneath the running board. Whoops, sorry about that, folks. And it's really made a difference. We can keep, you know, spare parts and bits and pieces in there. It looks quite the part. Mark also made up the running board and did bending up. He fabricated the bars to put the running board on. So congratulations there, Mark, for doing that work. So there's definitely a lot coming up, that's for sure. And I will run the ad for the, let's go, there you go. Aveling & Porter by Royal Letters Painting, number 10821, built in Rochester, Kent, England, back in the day, in about 1924, I think, if I'm correct, Mark, somewhere around there. So, you know, these things, Bill, actually, Bill, I'm going to disagree with you on that respectively, mate. You'd be surprised where Mark and I can put this thing and where we have to get in and out of in our clubhouse. In fact, Mark, we should make a video about that and share it on the stream one night, because we almost got to do it. Well, we have to do a 90-degree turn to get into the shed to park it up at the end of the running day. So we do pretty well. Yeah, 101 years old, and Jennifer is built at the turn of the century at 1900. So she's, you know, 125, 126 years old, something like that. Obviously, over the years, there's been various things done to them both, and we're still continuing to do little bits of maintenance to keep on top of things. However, you can come and see us, you know, driving these around once a month down at Old Petrie Town, but also the National Rally coming up, and I will run that ad now. Right, so let's get rid of that. I'll stop sharing. Yep, the wife's going to look after the ticketing for, there's going to be a miniature steam train up at the National Rally. You know, so I'll run the ad for the video. It's only a very short ad. I know most of you have seen it, but I'll run it again anyway. So here we go.
Steaming Under the Southern Cross is back and bigger than ever. Australia's largest display of working heritage machinery, steam engines, vintage tractors and much more. Fun for the whole family. Don't miss it. August 23 to 31 at Kingsthorpe Park on the...
So there's not only going to be the steam side of things, steam traction, steam road vehicles, etc. There's going to be trucks and tractor pulls, big tractor pulls. There's going to be, I believe, light entertainment, trucks, vintage trucks, and also, you know, the stationary engines and various other things that you see at a lot of these shows. If you guys go to these things, you know, so, you know, there's definitely going to be plenty to see, and, you know, not everyone's going to be interested in the one thing. There'll certainly be plenty to see and do. That's from my understanding. We haven't been to the site yet. Everything's starting to arrive very soon. Robbo, good question. I'm hoping it will be. You know, with the various things that's been going on at home, you've got to deal with. You know, it's taken a bit of time, so I haven't actually done anything on the roller this week. Been concentrating on, like I said, the washing machine. You know, went car, so we had to go down and get one of those and put that in last night. The car, so I've been focusing on things other than the steamroller recently, but yeah, I'm hoping it will be, Robbo, and I appreciate you asking that question. Kingsthorpe Park is about 20 minutes the other side of Toowoomba, Kerry. So there you go. If you look up FarmFest, I think it's FarmFest site at Toowoomba, you'll be able to find it on Apple Maps or Google Maps. Hang on. Yeah, it's Kingsthorpe. Yeah, if you look up Kingsthorpe, it's about 20 minutes away from Toowoomba. It's a bit of a drive, obviously, for some people. There'd be, yeah, there you go, 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, thanks, Robbo. There's a lot of people that want to see it operational, as well as myself and Mrs. Shed Talk, because she's been very supportive of this project, you know, through the whole inception and when it was first presented to us and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's going to be good to see. Technically, it hasn't actually moved under its own power, but of course, we winched it onto the tilt tray when we picked it up. That's the photo. Right, sorry about that. I just did that because that's the photo of it being winched on to the tilt tray. So it rolled real easy and it rolled off, you know, nicely. We've had it on display at one rally. So it's been to a rally without being in steam. And since then, we've pulled it apart, taken it apart, worked on the bits and pieces that needed working and all that sort of stuff. You know, so it's time. And most of you know I work a full-time job. I work 50 hours a week, sometimes a little bit more. And, you know, trying to get that work done when I'm at work full-time and just, yeah, I spend a lot of time up here, probably a bit more time than what I should. And I can't take any more projects. So, as much as I'd like to, because there's always other projects that come along, and I've got a few unfinished projects, you know, to work on. Thanks, Charlie. I really appreciate the support. Not sure if you're here in Australia or where you are, mate, but if you look up Landline on ABC iView, there's recently been a story about a bunch of guys restoring tractors that were made out of old tanks and things like that. I haven't watched that yet, but it came up in the YouTube feed, but you can either find it on YouTube or go to ABC iView and look it up on Landline. Should be an interesting, goes for about 14 minutes. I probably can't share it here. Excuse me. Might get some sort of copyright strike or something like that. So I just try and share. If I do share get it right. If I do share content, it's either mine or something that's not, copyrighted or anything like that. No, Pete, you're a bit far away. But anyway, what I will do now is I'm just going to share a video of a Fowler steamroller, very similar to this one, as in the one I'm working on is a Fowler T3 roller. And this short video shows the same type of steamroller going along the road in the UK. It's a few years old, but it's, we're sharing it to educate the audience, and you'll get the idea what they look like and how they sound on the road. Righto, there you go. Charlie, it's not so much the piston; it's actually the gearing that's making more the noise. Oh, Charlie, you're another American. Thank you very much. It's been, look, I was over in your part of the world in the summer of '94. Really enjoyed it, and haven't been back since. But I'm glad that you're trying to preserve what you've got there and keep on doing what you're doing. And if you want to share some stuff, you certainly can. I got a Facebook page about the steamroller. You can get in contact with me there if you're on Facebook, or you can contact me through here if you like. But I definitely appreciate you being here. Appreciate everyone being here. That steamroller, that gives you an idea of what sort of speed. For a steamroller, that's pretty damn fast. These things have, these particular ones have a slow and a fast gear. Slow is obviously about walking speed or a bit less. Fast is, probably a jogging speed or something like that. So for a roller, these are pretty fast. No worries, Bill. It would be, most people, because we're so used to the speeds of modern day vehicles, we don't appreciate that when these were built back in the day, we weren't all going that fast. We were going relatively, trains were going fast and things like that. That's it, Pete. Discord. Charlie, if you got Discord. Peter, if you want to put my Discord in there, you can. There it is. Thanks for doing that. There's plenty of videos out there of people support vehicles when they do road runs, especially in the UK. And in fact, actually, I think I've got a video of a road run we did many years ago. Let me just see if I can find that quickly while I'm talking away here. The YouTube channel is actually been up. This YouTube channel has been up for 18 years, and or I've had it for 18 years. And I've only really got serious with it in the last 12 months. And there's a number of people in this chat who have helped me. One person in particular gave me the initial start on YouTube in terms of getting on and doing live streaming. So, you know, I appreciate that. And then other people who I've met along the way have encouraged me to start doing this, and it's evolved to where it is today. It's certainly nowhere near what some of the other big channels were that are doing, but you know, it's certainly getting on. Yeah, I don't think I actually videoed the road run, or did we? I did. I did make a video about it, about a road run we did. Where is that? What did I call it? Something part 1, wasn't it? Now you've got me. Road run part 1 or something. Yeah, right. And you can never find something when you want it, as usual. Let's see if I can find it again. I'm sure, you know, I did. No. Okay. All right. But I tell you what I'm going to show is the very first video I uploaded to YouTube, and it's only in 480p quality because this was, like I said, 18 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, so yes, it does. You're absolutely right. Thanks, darling. Appreciate it. Right, so we're going to share the screen, and this is the very first video. Sorry about that, folks. This is the very first video I uploaded to YouTube, and this steamroller is a Elboray steamroller, French-built steamroller, and this one will be at the National Rally, mainly because the guy who owns it lives down the road from where the event's going to be. This thing doesn't go that fast. As you can tell, or as you can hear them coming before you see them. Charlie, yeah, they do have brakes fitted, but most of the time you close the throttle valve and they'll roll to a stop obviously on a hard surface like that, you do roll a little bit. Yes, it does. That's on special registration, Kerry, and there's some members working on that now for the two that I showed before. So hopefully that's going to go through. And you can see the number plate up there, it's on special registration.
This is it. This is your time. You've been...
There you go. Well, we've brought that to an end. But yeah, that's the very first video I uploaded to YouTube. And I think it was almost another year before I uploaded another video, you know. yeah, they do turn pretty smooth, you know. It's not so much of a problem. Well, okay, Charlie, for us, we're in the state of Queensland, so we're on the east coast of Australia. So we come under the, bit like you guys in the States, it's got various states of the United States. We got various states here in Australia, and we're in Queensland. So we come under their rules and regulations. For special registration, something like that, you need to be a member of a club. You need to, you know, you need to have various things in place. You can't just go, I want to register this, and, you know, you're restricted on where and when you can go, and, you know, like daylight hours and all that sort of stuff, you know. But generally speaking, for what you pay for the registration and what you get, it's pretty good. And obviously, as long as you don't do anything silly, like you couldn't use a steamroller to rob a bank, obviously, because you just the police will walk up beside you and stop you. It's a bit, you know, a bit crazy. Yeah, Kerry, they don't have power steering. However, you use the centrifugal force of the wheels to help guide yourself around the corner. And the steamroller that Mark and I look after, you know, it steers pretty well because we keep things well lubricated. You know, it's not that hard to steer once you get going. So it's a pretty free steering machine, our steamroller. Quite proud of that. And most engines are like that as well. So what I will do is I'll run the video that Mark and I did a while ago, and that's over a year ago now. This is it here. Now, most of you have seen this already, but for the new people in the chat, I'll run it again. G'day everyone, we're out at the club today on the club's Aveling and Porter D-type steamroller. Myself and my offsider, Mark, have got it in steam today. We've got it out and we're down the bottom here. Perfect day here in sunny Queensland, my part of the world. And I'll show you that by Royal Letters Patent, number 10821, Aveling and Porter, Rochester, Kent, England. Good old girl. There's my offsider Mark. Say good day, Mark.
Good day, Mark.
Around the other side. This engine here is named Marion after one of the club members' mothers. And this particular one, I'll go back around the other side. This one was gifted to our society by the Brisbane City Council. It spent a lot of its time in New Farm Park in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, where it sat as a play toy for the kids to climb on. We've restored it to working order and regularly do maintenance and take it out on days like this once a month for our club. So there you have it. Beautiful steamroller that we're on today. We've also got some visiting today in the old Petrie Town complex. Got some hot rod cars, not some hot rod cars, some fast cars doing a photo shoot down at the old railway station at the moment. So I might get some photos and videos of them a bit later on. But that's all for now, guys. Thank you very much for watching the channel. Please like and share and subscribe if you do. I'll do another video when we're on the road or from the footplate. In fact, we'll get a close look now. We've got a nice fire going in here. Safety valves are starting to lift. Good water level. So thanks again for watching, everyone. I'll just pan out here. Hope you have a good day and enjoy the video. Thanks again. Bye. Righto. So for Charlie, not sure what part of the States you're in, mate, but if you have a look at Minnesota, there's a Threshers reunion down there every so on, once a year. You should be able to find that on YouTube and have a look at what they're doing. Manufacturers like Case and Frick and many of the early ones, they all made steamrollers. Basically, everyone copied the same design. I don't think there was any sort of patent on steamrollers around the world. You saw that French example before, the Elboret. This one was Aveling and Porter. Here in Australia, there is an Australian company that did make some back in the day. But however, we imported a lot of the steamrollers, steam traction engines from the UK. Yeah, so the tractors. Let's see if I can find that video. I'll put that up and I'll get the link and I'll put it in the chat. There it is. Righto. Don't do that. So I'll share the link. I'll copy this. This is for Charlie and others who ever want to go watch this. Hopefully that should come through. Charlie, if you and others, if you click on that link, that'll take you to the YouTube channel where it talks about these tractors that were made out of army tanks and that here in Australia. Like I said, I haven't watched it yet. It looks pretty interesting. Obviously, a lot of the army tanks and that things that came over during World War II and so on like that. Well, yeah, you could have got away, Robbo, quicker than maybe the steamroller, but yeah, no. Hopefully, that everything was under control and they didn't lose control. You're obviously still here, so that didn't happen. But yeah, I can understand why you might get a bit worried. And so that's going to be an interesting video. There's plenty of videos out there. If you're into this sort of stuff on reviving old vehicles, there's a guy in America called Diesel Creek. He's on YouTube here. He gets old machinery, stuff that used to be in its heyday, and gets it going again, picks it up for dirt cheap. You guys in America there really have a lot of stuff at your fingertips, to go and look at. But we have too. We've got machinery all over the place, to go and look at, dig out, or somebody's just parked up and they want to get it going again, so they try and get it going. And there's plenty of people doing will it start videos. If you look, just do a search for will it start, old tractor or old bulldozer or excavator or something like that. There's plenty of those videos out there to keep you occupied. Yeah, well, that's interesting. Interesting, Robbo, because like I said, the steamroller that we just had on screen, the one that Mark and I look after, we don't have a problem with turning. We make sure we keep all the parts well lubricated, and that's part of the secret. Obviously, when you've got moving mechanical parts, you need to keep them lubricated. and it actually doesn't take much. And if anything, since we've been making sure that all the bits and pieces are lubricated, it's very easy to steer. I'm not sure if Mark's still in the chat here, but he could probably, attest to that, the steamroller that we look after is really nice to drive. We just got to improve on a few things. There is, no. So not much has changed. In fact, I'll show this again too. So those of you that are new here, especially Charlie, Monkey, g'day mate, how are you? Thank you for being here. Yep, well the shed dogs will be up with on the bed with Mrs. Shed Talk right now. I'm sure of it. So this is the erecting shop or the assembly line at Fowler Steam Plough Works. This photo was taken in about the 1920s, circa 1920s. I think I'm a little bit off on that. And Charlie, that was John Fowler and Company. You can look up John Fowler. A lot of the history of John Fowler and Company, the English manufacturer, is available online. And there's probably a documentary out there too, which I should probably find. There's also books written on it, so on and so forth. But yeah, this is where the steamroller that we're working on would have been assembled. And as you can see, there's numerous engines in here in this photo being assembled. There's a steamroller down in front. Towards the back, there's a ploughing engine, and there's various other steam traction engines and whatever else on either side. And you can see all the line shafts and the cranes to lift up the parts and put them on and assemble them. No actual assembly line. They just sort of, built them as they were ordered, as they were acquired. And obviously in the later part of the 1920s, like when my steamroller was built, the internal combustion engine was really making inroads, and the sales of steam traction and steamrollers started falling off. That's definitely noted in various magazines and things like that. Yeah, Charlie, there's more to this one photo than this. This is just the assembly. Probably over to the right of this photo, there would have been a machine shop. Fowler's, did a lot of their own castings. They didn't have the CNC machines that we have today. So a lot of things were cast, especially the gears, all that sort of things. So I have some reproduction catalogues on John Fowler and Company, and they're a really interesting insight into what went on, or what actually happened during the manufacture. And believe it or not, like a lot of these companies, there's still a lot of records available, especially, for instance, Baldwin Locomotive Works. There's a tremendous amount of information still available with the Baldwin Locomotive Works there in Philadelphia. It's just amazing what's available. This thing, and part of the restoration project, even though I have other steam rollers and steam traction engines close by to me that are owned by members or belong to the club, having been able to access the original drawings, for instance, I'll show you an example of some of the original drawings. And this particular one is just a line drawing. It gives you the the overall dimensions, which has been fantastic, because that's why we built the shed. We built the new shed here to make sure that this thing would fit in. And the tallest part you can see is the chimney. From road height up to the top of the chimney is something like 9'11" 3/4 inches. So this sort of information is just invaluable. And there's many other original drawings that I've been able to come by for this particular steamroller. I haven't been able to get everything, but I've got a lot of stuff which I didn't think would ever actually was still around. So this journey has certainly been a learning curve, and I've met other people from not just here in Australia, but also overseas. I've made connections with who have the same type of steamroller. We've helped each other out. It's just been a really interesting and fascinating journey to do this restoration, and hopefully sooner or later down the track, within the next 12 months, I'll just put it there that we'll get this thing looking way better than what it was. I must point out that this steamroller, when it was put out of use, it sat in the park. It worked all its life outside. I don't think it was underneath any cover. Maybe when it was had some maintenance done. But then when they had it out of use, it was parked up it was in a park, exposed to the elements with no protection whatsoever, except for the canopy. And Monkey, you're right. You're absolutely right. These things were built by men and boys who had less education than you and I. So, and a lot of this was all passed down by experience. They almost are, Charlie. Obviously, there's a lot of hidden detail behind this line drawing. This is just what they call a general arrangement, or arrangement of the Class T3 compound steamroller, as this one is. I do have much more detailed drawings. Some I can share easily, others I can't. So I've showed these before, but like I said, we've got new people in here, so I'm going to go over some of this and show you again. So what we're looking at here is the same engine in what they call a tractor format. So you could actually buy this. They sold it as a quick change convertible engine fitted as a tractor. So as you can see, there's a thing they call it the perch bracket. That's at the front of the engine. That could actually swing out, and then that way you could put the front rolls on, and the wheels could be changed rather quickly. I'll just take a sip. The next slide I'll show you. Bill, no, I don't think any Latin. I haven't come across any Latin, but you might want to go to certain churches. You might find some Latin, but that's ancient history. That's another subject for another time, I think. Here's righto. So here's the same engine, but in a roller format. As you can see, the perch bracket has been swung around and bolted into place with that quarter piece up the top, and the front rolls are on, the rear rolls are on. Now, this is what my steamroller will look like. The only difference, the only difference in front of the rear rolls is a tank, what they call a belly tank. That was there for water, extra water to give you extra range. This particular engine doesn't have it whatsoever. But there you go. You could buy the one engine, they supply you with the extra wheels, so you could either have it as a roller in this form or back in the other form as a tractor, depending on the task required. So no need to buy two machines, just to have one as a tractor only when you needed it. A little bit. A little bit, Robbo. There's been a few moments, but hey, you get that on any project. If you're restoring a car or anything, you're gonna learn some new bits of language. But anyway, that's that's a story for another time, I think. But generally speaking, what you see on the screen here, that's what this steamroller is going to look like when it's all finished. And this is actually how it will look. So it'll have the full-length canopy, as you can see in this one, which just gives you extra protection. And if you look up top, if you can see, you can make it out on the screen. You can see the toolbox there, and the bit behind it is where you have your hose. So, yeah, no, Emma, I don't have one. Now, Emma, who's in the chat here, is also a steamroller owner, and Emma's roller will be up at the National Rally as well. So there's a lot of engines coming to the National Rally. And Emma, could you put a link to the National Rally, please? For me in the chat, if you don't mind. I should probably put a link in the chat below after the live stream. But yeah, so that's the story of the steamroller. That's, you know, what we're working on. We have been working on, like I said, been a big learning curve. You meet all sorts of interesting people. Sometimes, you know, it's just great to touch base with some people and get help. Sometimes it's a little bit of help. Sometimes it's a big lot of help, you know, but it all helps to get the project done. So one more time, where is it? I'm just going to run the video again for the National Rally to give that a plug, and then we'll come back and sign off.
Steaming under the Southern Cross is back and bigger than ever. Australia's largest display of working heritage machinery. Steam engines, vintage tractors and much more. Fun for the whole family. Don't miss it. August 23 to 31 at Kingsthorpe Park on the Warrego Highway.
And there we go. Right, let's get this. Stop sharing screen. Show hide. There we go. Back to me. So anyway, folks, I really appreciate you tuning in tonight and sticking by me for the last hour. I think I've rabbited on enough, that's for sure. I really do appreciate the help and support you guys give me, and me sitting here and talking about this thing, about bits and pieces. Next week, we'll certainly try and maybe do something or show something, a different aspect of it. Like I said, there's been a few things going on at home here. Had to get sorted out first. Hopefully I'll get another video up during the week. There are other videos to go and watch on the channel if that interests you. If not, there's plenty of other stuff to watch on YouTube. And on that, just say thank you very much. Look after yourselves. Say good day to everyone. Say hi to whoever you like. And we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Whistle.